Welcome back to Sleadhead 24/7. I'm your host, Misha Johnson. You want to go fast? I mean really fast? Then we need to bring you to the home of horsepower. I'm of course talking about our friendly shop in Forest Lake, Minnesota, Speedwerx. Guys, take it away.
Sled-X is brought to you by Fox Racing Shocks. We race what we sell. Camoplast Track Systems. Revive your ride. And by Speedwerx. Straight up USA horsepower. Today on part 2 of Sled-X, Jeremy shows us the trick new parts that Speedwerx will be adding to Staff Sergeant Matthew Hamilton's sled. Then the teardown begins, and finally put it back together. Let's see how it all goes down. First step, Jeremy gets technical with new parts for Matt's sled.
For added traction on this build, we're using the Camoplast Ripsaw 1.25" track. This track, it's much more aggressive than the stock unit, not only because of the taller lug, but it also with these angled profiles. It offers outstanding forward and lateral traction. By far one of the best 1.25" tracks out on the market. We're going to be using the C&A Razor skis. As you can see, they have the 3 keels or 3 rudders. You know, C&A offers several different lines of skis. This kind of being in the middle of the road, it's going to work good for the trail. It's going to work a lot better than a stock ski would in these snowcross type conditions we're going to see. And then we're also going to use the stud boy shaper bars on these C&A skis as well. So with that, the skis in conjunction with the track we're going to be using and stuff, traction should definitely not be an issue, and the steering is going to be just phenomenal on this machine. For suspension on this build, we're going to be using a set of the Flox Float Evol R air shocks. What these shocks are going to mainly offer us is the ability and capabilities to tune and adjust the machine so that the rider is comfortable when he's out there racing, trail riding. We're going to be able to make the adjustments and changes that we need to make him comfortable or to get the sled to ride as fast as it can through the bumps and the rough stuff. For the clutching on this unit, we're going to be using our Speedwerx Stage 2 Hyper Shift Clutch Kit. Comes with a set of our aggressive profile, adjustable machined weights. Comes with one of our Speedwerx H5 alloy primary springs. We guarantee these springs for 5 years. And one of our Speedwerx compound radius helixes. For this particular build, we're using the Dayco XTX belt. This belt offers better cooling and better durability compared to the stock conventional belts that will come on these machines. We're also going to be installing our Speedwerx ceramic coated single pipe, Speedwerx black painted Y pipe. Going to be installing one of our lightweight mufflers. Offers stock-like sound levels, and it's going to save us 4 to 5 pounds. We're going to be doing our Speedwerx high flow air intake. The stock system is far more restrictive than this. We're going to add this, more air, more horsepower. This part here is good for 2 to 3 horsepower. And to meet our fuel needs with these modifications, we're going to be using the new DynoJet Power Commander 5 fuel controller. The handlebar and control area gets overlooked a lot. You know, the first thing you touch on that sled is the handlebars and the controls, and normally it's the first thing on your body to get cold. The people from Rock Speed Effects have thrown in a set of their ODI grips, and with the hand guards, you're going to be that less likely to get cold. Your gloves are going to stay dry when you're out racing. It just makes the ride, the adventure, the race, it makes it all that much more fun and enjoyable. All in all, the sled is going to feel like we added 10 to 20 horsepower to this machine.
Next, the teardown begins.
So far so good, you know, for an 09 it's in pretty good shape. A little wear and tear here and there, a little bit of an exhaust leak here. We'll go through and clean his clutches and check all that stuff out here before we on the reassembly process. But right now we want to get everything stripped down, get down to the kind of the insides of it and see what we're dealing with, see what we're working with here.
Finally, Jeremy gets to work and the sled takes shape as a grassroots snowcross race machine.
With the added Evol chamber, what we've gone with for a main air pressure setup here is we've gone with 35 pounds in the main chamber. We're going 175 on the Evol chamber. It's kind of a middle of the road setup. We have the rebound adjuster 10 clicks out. Speedwerx black painted Y pipe. The combination of our single pipe and Y pipe adds 9 to 10 horsepower to that machine, and it's also 5 pounds lighter. We're going to start with installation with this sweet track that Camoplast gave us for this for the sled we're building here. Hands down, it should dominate, plain and simple. Should scare the hell out of them, and that's what we're after.
You want to wiggle that? I got the track and stuff. You just want to make that line.
It's not now. There you go.
During the final stages of the build, one more package arrives. The custom graphics, themed to honor Staff Sergeant Matthew Hamilton of the U.S. Air Force.
Putting the finished touches on it, you know, when everything comes together, the graphic package, the sponsors and everybody who stepped in on the program, their names are on the side of the machine as well. Looks really good, and you know, the little American flag and Sergeant Matthew Hamilton, that on there enough. I mean, that's just gives me chills. I think Matt's going to be super stoked with this build.
I'm expecting one bad machine. I mean, I just can't wait. I might not even say anything, you guys. I might just jump on it and go. See ya.
Stay tuned as Matt receives his sled and does some grassroots racing on his Speedwerx modified Arctic Cat.
I think he's going to be super excited. I can't wait to see his face.
When we return, you won't believe the riding and the depth of adventure as we tag along with legendary rider Chris Burant. Hang on, hang tough, or be left behind. But first, here's today's Snowgoer Magazine destination.